Mic test. Am I live? Am I live? Okay, I haven't streamed on this or on IronSaga guy for a little bit, so apologies for that. Been very busy this summer. So, but yeah, today let's go over, of course, frame setter as well as all of the new IronSaga stuff that came out recently. And I'll just talk about if they're worth it or not because I'll I'll explain to why. Because for now, I just want to just get everything set up, and yeah, give me a moment. All right, okay, and so well, first of all, let me show myself real quick. Am I live? All right, awesome, okay. So in the title, I said that this character is free to play or free, mainly because this frame setter came with a lot of free rolls that you can get from that you can get from accumulating all of the roulettes that has been I think lasts for a month. So people actually just assume this unit, or I guess quote unquote, just kind of assume this character being free to play because most people can just get it using the free rolls. Of course, if you use it on something else already, that's fine. But in terms of free to play, or if you want to classify this unit as a free to play unit, then it is probably one of the best free to play unit so far. But again, if you already use up your rolls on the units you like, that's fine. It's just that if you have it saved up, then I think you should definitely roll on this unit. And if not, it's fine because again, in in PvP, it kind of gets outclassed, or I guess it get outdated pretty quickly, or fairly quickly compared to all the other units. And of course, in PvE, although it is good and it's still good, eventually it does get hard prep, especially recently with all the damage increase and such. So yeah, so don't worry about it. But it's just yeah, I don't know. All right. Okay. Let me just make sure everything is set up. Let me watch my own stream. Make sure my I want to make sure my stream is actually going well, because again, I haven't streamed on this channel for a bit. I'll also get into how my schedule will be in the future as well, because I think I will be doing the stream once every month now. Just because hold on, mic test. Let me see, mic test. Okay, seems fine. Okay, well, okay, so before frame setter, I think I will go over what is worth it in recent times. So give me one moment. I think it'll be easier. Okay, so all right, so let's just start from the beginning, or from frame setter, right? Teresa balance adjustments. Now I don't use I haven't used Teresa after the balance adjustment, but I have seen people use it in PvE, so you can definitely try in PvE. But again, those you probably want to ask people who's actually good in PvE on why she might be used in PvE. And of course, Ian meta might be different because Ian has a different schedule so far from between have a different schedule so far between hold on, oh my phone closed. Have a different schedule between NC and Ian, so the meta might be different as well. So definitely ask people who might be more knowledgeable in PvE. So yeah, and then the collab, the Gawaga collab, there's nothing really new aside from the new pet, which I can show right now. Yeah, I just did this new pet, which is nothing. Basically, I mean, honestly, I don't even think it is worth the 100 Super Z so far, but maybe he can be used in, I don't know. I personally would get it just because, it seems like the game wants, or there's skills that plays into active skill or SP recently, so we don't know if this will be increased, or we don't know if this mechanic will be explored further in the future, so we will see. And another thing is that we also have anti-SP pilots already, so we also don't know, will SP just be dead from now on? So we will see. But if you are someone who's low on SAS or low on Super Z, then I think you definitely don't need this units here. So yeah. What else? And then right, where the shop? I guess you can just do the event and then get some of the shops. But again, I'll probably only use the stamina, like the naturally regenerated stamina, or if you have extra stamina to use on this, because I think champion stand is here as well. I think you definitely want to get her, this pet for PvE as well. Just for it's a PvE pet, so. And it's definitely usable, especially if you lack some of the more the better one, I guess. So yeah, I think it is here, right? It's probably in one of these events. So definitely get the XMG pet, or the XMG pet, and see, I guess, compare if this shop is better than the GGG shop, and I guess just get the thing. Or I guess if anyone who has missed Guy and missed Mikoto as well, I guess you can also get them from Cafe as well. So I think that's another thing that you can do. So yeah, that should be it about the GGG collab rerun. So there's not, otherwise there's nothing new. But Ian did get it early though. Ian did get it fairly early, so we'll see what happens. Hopefully it's a good thing. I mean, it's probably already a good thing because because it's sooner, then I guess it's more relevant, because by the time where it comes out in NC now, I don't think much is really relevant at the moment, or as relevant as at the moment. So yeah. Alright, so crane game, nothing much here, I guess. Wait, did we have the Merlin Retrofit? I don't remember, but man, no, I don't think so. I don't know what I was thinking. Okay, so crane game, there isn't much about crane game aside from, I mean, pretty sure for most people know, but just in case for new players, just know that if you press catch right at the edge of the little stars, like over here, there's like the little star logo thing, right? Like the, what's it called, like the 6 sided stars logo. You put it at the very edge of the star, like basically when the box is aligned with like the stars, you can technically get it, like not like when it is shown in the video, but like a little bit more to the left, I guess. Like when it's completely aligned with the star, and you can get the crane game thing 100% of the time. So just something in case the people doesn't know about it yet. What else? Okay, so Logress. Logress is definitely, I think for now, right? I think it's definitely worth it in EN. Like if you get it, right, like if you have gotten it, right as a launch. I mean, even now, I think if you want Logress, then I think Logress is definitely worth it. But I don't know if you even I don't know when you rerun or if it will rerun. But if you want Logress, it's definitely I don't think you'll regret it. It has, I don't remember the exact lifespan of this unit. I mean, I think Shenyuan definitely outlived it, I think. A bit, if not like around equally. So I think it is a worthy mech to get, if not the most worthy mech to get right now. Is just or like maybe right after Shenyuan. It's just that we couldn't use a free roll on it, and it is in its own special Super LZ thing, which it is also a little bit scummy, I guess, but at least the stats from that shot does turn into normal Super LZ after. But if you're someone who is willing to who save up a lot, or who spend a lot of, or who is willing to spend a lot, I think the new shop is slightly better than, or at least have stuff other than like the normal Super LZ shop. So I guess if you want to roll this unit, you can also, I guess, redeem something in that shop as well. So yeah. Yeah, I think I should be about Logress. And the reason why I don't have guide on it, because I went free to play like a while ago, and now I'm just saving up for collapse, which is Die Busters coming soon. So that's basically what I'm doing in IronSaga now, is just I basically just only rolling for collab and just saving all any other times after the TTGR rerun afterwards. Yeah, because I've been doing some practices that I'm not really big I'm not really a big fan of. Even though I can well in this game, but I'm just, yeah, I don't want to reward them for, for bad practices. Even include the Logres, the extra super LZ thing. They're really trying a lot of ways to like monetize more. So, if they do it right, then it should be fine. But personally, I think they're not doing it right. At the moment. So, all right. So that should be about Logres, and then what else? Right, the new gacha pilot, or the gacha pilot, I guess, the new roulette pilot. I don't have her. I don't think hold on one second. I don't know much about her. I don't want to be straight up, because I haven't been paying attention in PvP meta too much. But when I was playing, because I still was playing, around this time, because I do have, the TGI, I do have, other stuff that I can still compete with, especially, with frame setters and such, right? I did play a little bit still, and I don't think I see any of her anywhere. And you could also get her, using heart boxes in the future. But it is slightly more expensive, because again, you do need to use Heartbox, or you do need to roll it or something, compared to if you were to just use AK gems to do it. But personally, I think you should definitely, or if you haven't already, like get the Shenyang one, just so you can have a Force AS unit in the future, or just have a co-pilot skill that can Force AS for whatever usage it might come. Or you can use or you can save it to get her, which I'm gonna show you. Or you can save it to get her, which she is what's it called? Anti-AS pilot. So you can also save for her as well. But for now, I don't. If you're low on gems, I don't think she is a necessity, I guess, overall. What else? Oh, right. Hold on. I think I went over Unknown X, right? Did I? I don't think I did, actually. Yeah, I just realized I don't think I did one over Unknown Y, so I guess I will also continue with Unknown Y for now. So, Unknown Y, I don't remember if Unknown Y came early in EN or not. I think it did came early. And it is not bad. Like, I did some testing with it, like, at least against, like, let's say, Get Your Emperor or something like that. It is not too bad. I mean, of course, if you have to fight against something that's more, in the future, then, then there could be a problem. But if you're fighting against, let's say if Ian's still using Get Your Emperor or something like that, right? It can hold its own a little bit against that, depending on how you build it. Now, I don't remember how to build this, but I'll just YOLO it, I guess, when I get to the part. But considering it is a unit that you can get from, the mercenaries, I think this is one of the best true free-to-play unit so far, I guess. Yeah. So yeah, Unknown Y, pretty interesting. But it is not a unit that I would recommend just getting it because it is good, because for those who can just farm this unit easily, I don't think they don't have better units, in most situations. So but in terms of a free, in terms of actually an actual free-to-play unit, then I think Unknown Y is probably, at least in EA, probably the best for now, if you don't count if you don't count Framesetter as a free-to-play unit. So yeah. Alright. And yeah, this Shenyang is pretty worth it. I don't know if you can still get her in EN at the moment, but I'm not sure if it's pretty worth it. It's just it is the only pilot or the co-pilot at the moment that can force activate active seal for you at the moment, which since it's only one, and we don't know if we'll get any more in the future, and so I think Shenyang's the pilot is definitely a worthy investment to get just in case in the future, or if you just want to use TDG now, you kind of need her if you want to use Simon on it. So yeah. What else? Alicia Awaken. Now it has been a few days. Like it has been a month. Yeah, I just realized. Yeah, it has been a month. But Alicia is not bad in PvP from from the time when I was playing it. So now I don't know if she still is like a top in top PvP. For that you had to check like the balance, the balance usage, which there should be data about her, in there. So I guess you can check that out to see if she's actually worth it or not, or worth awakening or not. But I think when she came out, at least, she's actually pretty nice, decent in PvP. So, and Houston is not worth it. Yeah, it is really cool, but it's not worth it, especially when the next few units is especially when the next unit was freaking frame setter. Yeah, it's definitely not worth it. Yeah, Houston's definitely not worth it overall. So I mean, before frame setter, I guess, yeah, even before frame setter, I don't think I see Houston being used much at all. So that's kind of sad. And then Shenyuan, no, I don't think we can still get Shenyuan because yeah, it's been a month and a half, and I don't know if I went over it last time, but if I did, it is definitely a unit that is basically as I think it's definitely as worth it as Shenyuan. So and yeah, okay, I think that should be all the news so far. I think I even went through like the new bunny pet. So where's the bunny pet? Yeah, hold on. Let's see. Yeah, and a new bunny pet in here. Actually, I don't even think it's new, but yeah, that should definitely get this one first before you definitely farm before you farm the the other things. Get the free good pet first. So hold on. Let me just make sure my stream is still going okay, and then after that I will probably start. Okay. Alright, seems good. Alright, now let's get into frame setters. So where's frame setter? There you go. Okay. So what's special about frame setter? Honestly, just big damage. Yeah, there isn't much. Yeah, there honestly, like, to put it very simply, it is just big damage. Like, it's X ult or it's super X ult. What is it in English? Yeah, it's XS ult does like how many? Like 68. Hold on. Yeah, how much is that again? Hold on. That 80,000. That's like 680,000 something when you, or like something like that, when you combine like all the possible damage ticks that goes into the enemy, if everything hits with its X ult. So yeah, with this kind of damage, and anything else is just dressings. That anything else, like it can summon like I guess Nightmare, all those Rhine units. Yeah, it doesn't matter anymore. When your X ult does like, I don't even know how, like, when X ult does like raw 600,000 damage or something like that thing. So it doesn't even need, like, that move doesn't even have instant kills, or basically the attack, like for example get to Emperor's Summer Sunshine or something like that basically the hits where it will kill you regardless, or once you're below a certain threshold, he doesn't even need that. Or I guess attack that ignores some defense, and and Frame Setter doesn't need that because he just does so much damage to a point where it does not matter. It does so much hits and so much damage that nothing can really it's not like nothing can survive, especially with today's units, but if you even if you were to build this unit as like an instant burst build, like instant exalt build, sometimes you can just kill a unit or two right at the beginning, if the opponent's team are not like equipped to deal with that, right? If you can activate it right away, right? And of course with recent metas, using instant exalt is actually pretty important, so you can get full anti-CCs, force and anti-4 CCs protections for the whole match. So you might see Jesus Christ. So you might see people using such builds, and you can kill, and you can and you can I don't know. I mean, but you can also build a more I guess more sustainable-ish where it can last in a match longer, and potentially I guess do more XO and try to kill enemy that way. But personally, I like using its XXO right away. So if it doesn't kill anyone, and hopefully you can survive into the next one to do another one and see if you can kill it. But that's just my preference. Of course, EN might have their own meta. Maybe maybe having it be on the field more might be better, but we will see. But yeah, because his exo does so much damage. Everything else. All of the clones that summon really doesn't really matter. I mean, I guess Snowflake and Nightmare did have the rework, so maybe something funny could be there, like maybe some CCs, but I don't know. I don't think it's anything too special. The other two, the Carrera, I think, the Carrera and Deer Hunter or the Deer Stalker, they don't they don't matter that much, especially with today's meta and such. So but those, I think these clones, or these are not clones, these are summons. These summons does have an innate 3% from steel built into it, but I mean, not like you can save much. Honestly, if it doesn't die sooner, it might just yeah, like if these clones don't die sooner, like it might honestly feed into enemies, especially for enemies, triggered effects, I guess. So, but yeah, just dressings. If the enemy are not using, units with death effects, then I think you can definitely use these in like a clone team in Zenith or in Apex or something. It can be pretty fun, but again, it's just fun. I don't think it's anything too meta. The only thing that is actually somewhat relevant, I think, in its generic, almost generic units are probably the HP still, I think. Yeah, the HP still, where because its X ult does like 99 hits times 99 hits, with each hit being 2,400 damage, and then plus like an additional 50 plus times however much damage. Because it is 99 hits, right? 99 hits. Its lifesteal can, you can see what's gonna happen with the lifesteal, right? You can probably drain the entire enemy's HP, even if the entire 99 hits are only did 1 damage. You can still trigger like the chassis and lifesteal it, I guess 99 times or something like that. So yeah. Does he even have any cooldown from this? Yeah, I don't even think so. So like if enemy, I mean, of course, depending on if the enemy have any other defenses, but if you can catch enemy off guard, you can honestly, like, if the damage doesn't kill it in one shot, then the HP still times 99 it's gonna empty the enemy's HP bar fairly quickly. So yeah. So and honestly, this is probably the only one that really matters in like out of the whole chassis. I mean, clones are cool, but everything else is more just extra damage, apply extra damage and apply this and that. So yeah, it's nothing too crazy. I guess there's the additional 70% final damage value. Now this actually okay, so usually in chassis, when damage are applied, or when there's something like this, usually it is actually more damage than it is, but for this one it's actually less, because I think each attribute applies an additional 70% of the being attribute. This one I think is calculated, well actually it might be similar with other ones, but at least this one I think it is calculated separately. So this means this 70% damage will be affected again by enemies' defensive parts or defensive abilities. So it might not be the full 70% damage. But I mean, honestly, like, all these damage increase is just I don't even know. It's just like once you have the unit built, it was gonna do so much damage that it doesn't really matter that much anymore. Again, its raw damage can do up to like, you know, 600,000. So without any builds. So you know, you can see what happens when you have builds on. So another thing is I don't think I have too much action changing abilities, and so that means Massacre, you probably wouldn't want to use Massacre on it. I think one of them is in his counter, so I don't think that mattered that much. So just use the AAAD core, or for PvE, and for PvP just use the Evolve core, which we'll get into the build now. Let me see. Good PvP, yep, it's gonna be for now, you know, for this period when this unit came out, right? When this unit came out, and not, you know, and probably not as much later on. I mean, you can probably still use it to like clear your way into like top 300 or something, like just one-shotting the team in you know, till then. But yeah, it probably, like, after a little bit, it might, like, after let's say a month or so, then it might not be as relevant, you know, compared to some other units. So yeah. All right, let's get into the builds. Hold on. So the builds. Let me So this is how I usually build it. Okay, so this personally, for me, right? For me, I personally will build this. Something like this. Now I know some people might not have Ryoma, or some people might not have, you know, pilots that I guess, you know, instant AS or instant XO pilots, right? But just bear with me for now. We'll just get things through. So, if you don't have Evolve Core, then just use probably just use the AAAD core, which is this one. If you don't have this core as well, honestly, just any HP core, just some HP core that can, because HP increases damage. So just any core that gives the most HP, but don't use this one. Or at least I don't recommend using this one, because you don't want to, like, you don't want, when you activate active skill, you go into the enemies, right? I don't think that's pretty good. I don't think that's good for frame setters. Because, you know, even, yeah, I just think probably not this one. If you can use Phase Ship at the very, you know, at the very, like, least optimal, but I think if you have AAAD core, you should definitely use this core. And if you have Evolve core, then you should probably go Evolve core. If you already, but the thing is, if you are using things like me, right, like, because I'm going for instant, or at least instant XO, right, which is, you know, which is Ryoma plus her special. If you're going for instant XO build, you might also not need Evolve, so you can also use, you know, Evolve somewhere else, right? I'll just show you guys the differences, right? The difference between, you know, instant active skill and not instant. So see, there's a time, right? There's a time differences between able to use that right away. I'm putting Evolve core right now, so this should make all the skill maximum right away. Even now, it's not guaranteed to use the, it's not guaranteed to use X its strongest move. See, there's a small differences. So this is why I am using instant X, you know, XSO skill, which is either just using the Wataru Creator, or something like this, where it is Ryoma plus her, or if you want to use what's it called, Guy plus the Shenyuan pilot, or the Shenyuan co-pilot skill that I talked about in my last live stream. And then, yeah, so that should be the core and the pilots. And for the bullets, then usually just, yeah, I just do more damage, just purely more damage with super shell. And maybe you can also go for ether shell, but honestly, I don't know. I see more people using super shell for some reason, but I guess just when you're in PvP, I guess, you know, test out which one might be better, and just use the better one for you. If you don't have either, okay, there's no way you don't have either of these shells. So if you don't have either shell, then probably hold on. Can this actually use it? No, because it's not even full beam, right? Yeah, there isn't even that much beams, but probably one of the electric shells or something. But honestly, just these two. Like, try these two. Which one is better for you, or which one's better for EM meta? Then I guess use that. And for support, I use this one just for a little bit more survivabilities. But if you want to go full damage, you can also just go for HP 1, for example, using this one just for more HP, and hopefully you can kill enemies that way or something like that. So, and then for the armor, just firm steel, I don't think you should forego firm steel while using, you know, and use a higher HP core or a higher HP armor. So I personally would just go firm steel still, and then Gaia coat just for more HP and, you know, some HP recovery when you get knocked down. Yeah, just for more damage from HP and such. And Pisces, because again you're the one doing damage. So if you instant XO right away, then you most likely gonna then you can potentially get already get some of the Pisces shield already, you know, right as the game starts, as it hits enemies, right? So just Pisces overall should be better. If not Pisces, then probably naughty snakes, just so you don't die instantly. I mean, you might still die very quickly, especially to enemies frame setters, if the enemy frame setter is alive. But if not, I think you should definitely go Pisces, especially for instant, you know, the instant XO skills and such. And Copilot, yeah, Copilot is either something defensive, for example, something defensive like where's Jasmine? You know, that's Morris. Wait, hold on. Where's Jasmine? Oh wait, no. Yeah, she's Jasmine. So either Jasmine's defensive Copilot skill, so you can like de-aggro, and gain some defense, or if you're using someone like Ryoma, right? Or for Ryoma specifically, if you want to use Ryoma on it, then use this guy's Copilot skill just for the instant AS, so you can do something like this. Because again, when you do this, not only are you doing damage, you're also giving your own frame center protections, and you're also knocking down all the enemies instantly right at the match start. And there are different ways that can achieve this. You can use Ryoma, or you can even just go Waterloo Creator. You can just put him on. You don't and then just it's loading. There you go. You can put it on and then put it on and just go, and it will do the same thing. I mean, it's a bit slower, but let's see. Let's just say, but something like this, but usually faster than that. So I guess they almost seems to be a bit faster, but shouldn't make that much of a difference, especially if your Ryoma is on someone else, right? And another thing is Guy, which you can see here. Wait, hold on. I need to go on my Discord real quick, because I have the thing on there, so give me 1 second. There you go. So you can see the Guy. For Guy, you have to use this Copilot skill, this first one, the Sharing Copilot skill, and with Guy, you know, with Frame Setter, which is the very top row, something like this, so you can instant AS to do something similar, right? To do something similar where you can activate XL right away, and that's the build I prefer a lot better than, let's say, if you want to use, yeah, for example, because they do have another one, right? They do have the Hongwu build. Now, yeah, look, I am not going to put my faith in the survivability of frame setter. If my frame setter couldn't do, like, if my frame setter couldn't kill someone at the beginning, or if my frame setter I guess it's more of like a one and done almost for me for frame setter, because yeah, I'm not sure if Hongwu can safely be behind, you know, be behind the enemy's line and spamming Hongwu frame setter I guess XO. I mean he definitely could, but yeah, I don't have faith in that much. So yeah, I don't have faith in that. So personally, I still suggest you can use instant active skill, something like the Guy one, or you can do something like, you know, or if you want to just put on Waterloo Crater on, or you can just go with, you know, Ryoma with this on, something like that. Now, I know all three of them are collab, like all three of the instant pilots, like the instant XO1 are collab pilots, and I know some people don't have it. But if you don't have these instant active skills, right, then I suggest just go for something like more sustained. Now, I actually don't know like what I should pilot with. Maybe even Teresa, I don't know, but I guess you can put it on a, well, I don't know. I was gonna say maybe you can put it on a support, but yeah, I'm not sure about that. I'm not sure about that. I guess, look, if you're someone who doesn't have you know, those three collab points, right? I'll probably still get this unit if you have the free rolls unit available. Like, only if you have the free rolls. Only if you. I don't recommend rolling this unit with your own rolls if you don't already have free rolls on top of it. So if you have free rolls, I would recommend using the free rolls, or the only unit that I recommend using a free roll on, and then wait until the 4v4 data come out for EN, which is in Discord. The staff updated, you know, once every week or something, so you can definitely check that and see what else, you know, who they use on it. And for now, probably just use a pilot that you think will probably work, because I know that all the instant actives, the XSO ones are all collab pilots, so which can, you know, which some people might not have, you know, those pilots. So and if you couldn't do instant X ult, then I think just go more conservative, you know, more conservative in the builds where it just don't, like, make it a bit more more survival. For example, you know, with the Jasmine, right? With the Jasmine, and with, you know, some pilots, you know, so whichever one it is, or whichever one that you choose to use. That isn't, you know, Ryoma, that isn't Guy, that isn't Waterloo Crater and such. And of course, you can also try the Hong one, of course. But again, I am not feeling well with the Hong one, or at least it just doesn't feel safe to use that one. So, but that's just me, right? If you want to test it out yourself, and if it works, then that should be all good. Hold on. Let me, what about Architect Max, who is tech better than Neb still? Which one is that? Who is that again? Who's the Archit? Who's the character again? And what does that skill do? Because I'm not sure if there's actually like a other instant AS or instant X ult things that can do a frame one, right? Something that's frame one is different from, oh, after the match has started, because there's a difference between, I guess, wait, the one where you activate summon shit. Oh, hold on, let me check. I do have her, so let me see. Alright. I don't think she can, though. I mean, she have it where she can use it after 14 seconds, but it is still RNG as well. So I don't think so I don't think she, I mean, she's a good co-pilot probably for somebody, for actually he's probably better as a co-pilot for like a brawler or something. But yeah. Well, I think in PvE though, she is used. Yeah, in PvE she is used with, you know, with frame setters. So yeah, you definitely can. And what is it in PvE? Because I was talking about PvP at the moment. So press something like this and just change pilot to, again, whoever you think. If you don't have, you know, units like Ryoma, units like you know, Water Creator and Guy and such, right? Then just whoever you put it on. I'm gonna use Teresa for now because, you know, it is, I guess it is Teresa's units or something. I don't remember exactly. But let's put on Teresa for now, right? Let's put on Teresa for now, and then we can put on, you know, the defensive one, something like this, and then boom. And then again, and there you go, something like this, probably, and you know, whoever you decide to use her with, right? So yeah, or with frame setter for now, if you don't have those 3 pilots. So what else? Right, PvE. So PvE, because aside from, or I guess because it only lasted for about like a relatively short time. You know, it is a free-to-play unit, so it did last for a relatively short time in PvP. But in PvE, it is quite useful until recently, where you know the fire things start coming back, start coming to back up again, right? So and PvE is kind of just basic, honestly. It's just stacking damage. AAD for damage, and then the rest also just damage, and like damage pet, damage this and that. And if it's Leoma, right? If it's Leoma where you need to use SP, then I guess just something like, or for Leoma especially, I guess for Leoma especially is just using the Berserk code, so you can get more SP, so and that will translate into damage. But if not, then just go for HP coatings. And then for the co-pilot skill is just, you know, action speed up for more damage and such, or for more, you know, better transition, faster action, and just for more damage. So and of course, you know, things could be different for EN, so definitely you should definitely go, you know, check out like the actual top the actual top PvP players builds, or just ask them about it and such, you know, to have the best ones, right? Because these are just, you know, these are mainly just for references only, right? It might not be the best, but just for references only, just, you know, popular uses, right? Overall. All right, should be it for now. For what is for frames, right? I guess we can go into unknown Y now. But yeah, yeah. And PvE is definitely useful for those pets. So, all right, okay. So since I forgot about unknown Y, I might as well get unknown Y on, I guess. All right, let me kill this guy first. So unknown Y. Now I don't remember anything about unknown Y. I haven't been using it that much. I was very sad I couldn't use it in combat simulations. You know, like the direct control mode. But oh well. Now I know every time is, well, I don't think he needs unknown. I don't think he needs I guess yeah, never mind, because he does use it right away, so he doesn't need to use. Yeah, it's been a long time since I used this unit, so if you want to know like my actual, like my thoughts when I was using it, you can definitely go to my build test of it. But let me see. Don't exactly remember. Hold on, yeah. Let me refresh myself by watching my own video real quick. Give me 1 second, yeah, because I simply just haven't been using this character, so I don't know the you know, the like how I felt about it back then. So let me watch my own video on it, just so I can be refreshed on it, because I quite like it when I used it, or at least I was quite surprised. Wait, hold on. Wait. Alright, there you go. Connect to air. Okay, it's not. Yeah, the app is so weird. I don't know why I couldn't. Yeah, I don't know why I couldn't. Hold on. I'm just gonna disconnect it real quick. And then I'll reconnect it afterwards. So how I felt about it back then is a free-to-play unit. Yeah, a free-to-play unit with snipe-like properties. Okay, so it does have like the attack with that can, I guess, ignore defensive abilities, and force KD. Okay, yeah. So it has a knockdown that goes over yeah, hold on. I'll screenshot it. Yeah, I think I'll screenshot it, and I think And I think that's a lot better. So I'm gonna show you guys right now as well. Yeah, it's kind of interesting. I know I have something to say about it, but it's just been so long that I completely forgot about it. Okay, so let me reconnect to my thing real quick. Moment. Hold on. 1 second. What is that pet? Wait, which one? The little rabbit? The little rabbit was it's in the game right now, actually. Right? The little rabbit. Right here. And if you're talking about the car, yeah, I don't... Okay. You can use it, but I'm not really sure it's worth using a thing on it. Yeah, I'm not sure it's worth using, you know, using a solid badge on it, right? Just use it on some... Yeah, just use it on... Just use it on, like, a better pet or something like that, So, what I thought about it back then... Force, KD, yeah. It's a KD, so we have, like, Force... But basically, a CC that goes over, I guess, anti-CCs, which is actually, like, funny. I don't know. But yeah. Quick instant strong move that match starts as fast. Yeah, it's basically, you know, basically instant excel or instant skill. So that's basically it's like the frame, I'll call it frame 1 or I guess frame 0 activations, because that thing is very different from, you know, activating it after match starts, right? So, because, you know, because frame 0, you knock down enemies at frame 0 too as well, so, yeah. Not gonna put impressibility, fall down, it's actually not bad, yeah. Pick something, so yeah, yeah. No, I don't remember how exactly I built it, but so far it seems, but just as a free-to-play unit, it's definitely pretty peak. So how did I build it back then? I don't remember. I don't want to go. I don't want to watch a whole video to show how I built it back then, but I'm gonna go with this, something like this. AD wouldn't really go wrong with range units. Now it already has anti-defensive abilities, so maybe I don't need Ether Shell. I mean, it can still work. It might still work, but maybe I don't need it, or I guess it is not a necessity, right? So should I use this one, or is there other ones that might be good? Let me see. It has fist type melee, so I'll just put it on for now. Yeah, I'll put it on for now. I don't know. Yeah, I don't remember the exact core that might be good for it. Let me see. Is that super Albert? Doesn't seem to have it. What's wrong? Let me check if there's any new core. It's been, if you couldn't tell, I haven't been playing the game that much recently. I'm just waiting for collabs basically now. Yeah, I don't think so. I don't even know if this unit can be used with Master Core. Yeah, I'm just gonna go for Ether Shell for now, but again, I am not refreshed on how to build this unit, and the rest is pretty simple. It's this one, Gaia, and then the pet, because you're the one doing damage and you have, you know, insect accuracy and such, Pisces, and then something like a defensive moves. It's gonna be quite self-explanatory. Now you're probably not gonna use her on it, right? You're probably gonna be using some other, I guess. Honestly, I don't think it mattered that much, because she already does, like, or I guess this unit already, you know, instant activate everything right away. So it should be fine. Yeah, it already does this right away, so might not need a special pilot for that. So honestly, most pilots, like, if you after you build your team, right, and if you were to use this unit, and now I don't recommend, like, if you have this unit easily, you probably already have better units because you can farm this unit, right? You most likely have a good team that you can farm this unit very easily. But honestly, yeah, it's just. No, I probably wouldn't be using a pilot that I want to keep alive on this unit, right? Now, not to say this unit doesn't have like at least some survivability, because it can survive against Getter Emperor when I pair it up against it, so that's kind of insane. But if this unit is dying very quickly in your team, you know, in PvP, then I definitely wouldn't be putting like a support pilot, like a pilot that I want on the field, on this unit. So you probably want to put something that is more, I guess, it can do everything. And after you use up every, I guess, things it got, and it can just go die because, you know, it used up all the trash or something like that. That's what I would probably prefer to use, or at least a support, maybe a support pilot that still have a lingering effect after the pilot dies. So something like that, I guess. But overall, if you really lack units, right? If you really lack units in PvP, this unit is not exactly off the table for you to pick, right? Especially for Zenith or Apex, right? This unit is not a unit that you want to sleep on, I guess. Especially when you can stand up against, maybe even get to Emperor, you know, especially in Apex or something. So yeah, not too bad at all, especially for unit that you can farm in posters. And for the exact build, you know, on how to build the units, right? Then I recommend just I recommend asking people who is actually using it in EN top PvP, so you know the exact build. Because even in my build test video, I think my build isn't exactly anything crazy. It's just what I cooked up right away, right? Maybe the parts works, but maybe those are not the optimal parts, right? So yeah. But again, for a unit that can be used in posters, that's pretty awesome. You can probably get it here, right? Yeah, you can get it here. So not too bad, not too bad, not too bad. Alright, what else? I think that's everything, right? I think I covered almost everything so far. As you can see in my, you know, for both my main accounts, like my stamina accounts, right? I have not been playing, or at least not like playing the game as much as before. Just because, like, well, I'm not exactly on my main account. Let me go to my main account. Just you know, a lot of their recent I guess monetizations doesn't really click well with me, and I don't want to like reward their behaviors for welling on the, you know, for one on the game for that. But look, I wouldn't be quitting this game. It's just I'm going free to play, so I can play this game without having to spend you know, without needing to spend money on it and such. I've just been hoarding for all my account. Like even this account, I haven't been doing much aside from corpse stuff. But again, don't worry, I'm not gonna quit, and I'll be up to, like, I'll also be paying attention to the NC news to let you guys know what unit was used, you know, in NC a lot back then, and you know, if there's any differences, or if there's any of my guesses of if a certain unit came out earlier in EN, or you know, came earlier in whatever time, right? So yeah, I haven't even got all of this yet. Yeah, I have logged in, like, since this thing starts. I haven't even gotten, or I guess for this month, alright, I haven't logged in for, I've only been logging for 6 days, I guess, or at least on my EN account. Not that I've been PvPing that much lately, so. But I am still doing like the events. So you know, when I do, when collab do comes, then I can get collab units, and I will be doing guides on all the collab units, because that's basically what I'm going to be doing right now, going forward. Because again, just now, I don't think they will loosen up on the monetization anytime soon, so maybe I will still, you know, do some money, like spend some money in the future, but you know, that's for the future things. But usually, as long as they don't have like consecutive collab coming soon, I should be fine. But that means I probably wouldn't be doing that much build test videos, you know, anymore, because, you know, I just wouldn't be getting most of the units that isn't from a collab. Unless it unless it is like another frame setter, right, where it is basically quote unquote free because of the free rules. And this is the reason why I'm even doing this, because frame setter is the last unit, the last banner unit that I actually got and that I actually used after it came out, so I can actually do like a little guide on it. But anything in the future, I don't really have any, like, at least my personal experience, playing with it, using it and such. But I do pay attention to, like, the user data, like the battle datas and such. So, I can probably, like, every month I can probably do a stream like this to just tell you guys, how they were back in CN. So probably help you guys to determine if something's worth it or not. But again, remember, EN can always be different. So yeah, definitely don't take all of my, like, my words as like the exact, how it might be in EN, because again, with the different schedules, we don't know what will be strong, what will be not, and such. Is there anything else? Yeah, I think the stream. Okay, if I couldn't do a stream for the month on the news, I'll probably put it in, like, the community post or something like that. I think that's what I'll do. And then for other streams, I'll probably start streaming on other gacha games, or even just playing IronSaga, or just playing events or something like that. I think that's what I'll be probably doing going forward. And I feel like there might be a point where, let's say if this app stopped working again, because this app last time was just not doing good at all. So if this app stopped working, or for whatever reason happened, what I might do is also, I might be playing another game. Let's say I boot up Armor Core or something like that, right? And I'll just be talking about all the latest EN stuff while I'm playing another game. So it can be a little bit more, I guess, watchable. I guess watchable, I guess, yeah. I don't know how the titles would be like, but it'll probably just be like IronSaga update this year, this month, or whatever, and then also playing this game, in the process. And I think I think that's what will be happening, at least in the future, until collab, right? I'll be doing a build test, and then when it comes to EN, a build guide, every time a collab comes, for example, Die Buster and such, right? I'll definitely be doing that. But yeah, I think I have enough. So if you guys have any more questions or suggestions or something like that, definitely put it down in the comments below, or just tag me in our Discord. All the links are in the description. So yeah. Do you have a build for Rebellion X? I can't beat it in 1v1. I don't, sadly. I know the unit is pretty good right now, or at least when I was checking in the chat, it is pretty good. If you couldn't beat something in 1v1s, and if you're facing it a lot, then I probably would use a stall unit and just stall it out, like stall and just get a tie with that unit. If that's, because I think that's what you can do in 1v1s if you're really facing a unit that you just couldn't do anything about. So I think you can definitely try that. What's that? So I think that's what I will be doing. So, or at least I think that's or at least oh geez, my brain's not. At least that's something that you can do, I guess. So yeah. What's new on GG collab? Nothing. Basically nothing. You only get only the pet. Only this pet. Yeah, only this little pet thing here. Yeah, only this thing. I might as well get it right now, honestly. On this account as well. Again, I haven't been playing on Ian account at least that much, so but I'm just gonna get it just in case. I probably should have got the other one. I don't remember if the other one is time limited or not. So if you are very low on super like zero, let's say if you only have like 100, then I wouldn't be using 100 on that. I don't know if, okay, another thing is, we don't know if because we don't know if it will ever become relevant, right? There is pilots that plays into active skills, right? But it's not a pet that forces activate, that force activate Yeah, it's not a pet that force activate active skill. It's just like it's just one that gives you some buff, I guess, when you get. It's basically it's basically just Baihu coat pet. That's basically what's gonna happen. Like that's basically the pet, I guess. So yeah, I'm not really sure. Like it will have to be in the future, where we don't know. We don't know if that pet will ever come in handy. So if you're low on Super Lazy, I wouldn't recommend getting that. You're talking about IronSaga, what put armor core about? Yeah, something like that. Something like just make a game in the background. Because again, this app, the thing I'm using right now, a powered mirror, it feels like it is not like it ain't working. Like it ain't working, man. It just ain't working sometime, and it's been annoying me a little bit. At least on the last stream. So, all right, it's been an hour, I think. So, yeah, I think that should be it. Again, if you guys have any questions, just links to my Discord is in the description, and I guess the next stream about IronSaga, or at least the next guide stream about IronSaga, will probably be on Diebuster, which will probably gonna be a few months away. Like a proper guide stream like this, right? I'll also be doing IronSaga streams on, if the monthly thing is worth it. But probably not a guide stream, because again, I don't have a lot of the units. Yeah, after Frame Setter, I just don't have much units, or I just haven't been rolling much units overall. So yeah. All right, I can see it in my stamina as well. I just been liking it. I haven't even been playing like the event that much anymore. So, but look, if I ever pick up their act again, or do something good, I mean, I don't mind start welding again. Or I guess if they have like collab back to back, maybe I'll be forced to weld, because I do want to get all the collab units. Because it is investment, because those videos usually gets more views, because they are collabs, and so yeah. Alright, yeah, enough yapping, I think. So yeah, thank you all so much for coming by, and see you all next time. Goodbye. Probably be streaming on my other channel later today, or maybe even tomorrow, or this weekend. We'll see. Thank you for coming by. Thank you.